Hello, and welcome to my brief overview of the American Revolution entitled Road to a New Nation. Right down here, we're going to begin with the seeds of the Revolution. Well before 1776, colonists were frustrated with the British Crown due to not having proper representation in Parliament while paying heavy taxes. Furthermore, the Crown did not consider them English citizens, referring to them as colonists. Over here I've got a couple examples of the colonists' frustration with the taxes. One was the Tea Act of 1773, and the other one was the Stamp Act of 1765. This led to the formation of the Continental Congress. The original purpose of the Congress was to represent the 13 colonies' issues to the British Crown, only to become the first governing body of the United States. Here I have a timeline of some of their significant actions. They wrote 2 letters to King George. They established a Continental Army, 1775, declared independence. Then they established the U.S. flag in 1777, and then established the Articles of Confederation officially in 1781. The birth of a new nation. In June 1776, Richard Henry Lee of Virginia made a motion to declare independence from Great Britain. After several weeks of fierce debate, the Congress unanimously voted, although New York abstained, but later voted for, to declare independence on July 2nd. Now, on July 4th, the day we celebrate as America's birthday, is the day the Declaration of Independence was formally adopted by the Continental Congress after several revisions. It was not signed until August 2nd. A neat piece of information is that John Adams originally believed that July 2nd would be the day that people celebrated America's birthday, not July 4th. There were many significant battles during the Revolutionary War, and the majority of fighting took place between 1775 and 1781. We're going to click over here to look at just a few briefly. Now, there were many other significant battles that took place, but these are 5 of the top battles that made an impact on the war and ultimately declared their outcome. Battle of Yorktown, which we're going to look at in a second. Battle of Lexington and Concord, which was one of the first battles of the Revolutionary War. Battle of Trenton, Princeton, the Battle of Fort Washington, and the Battle of Bunker Hill. Victory at Yorktown. Victory! From September 28th to October 17th, 1781, Continental and French forces encircled British forces at Yorktown, Virginia. On October 17th, the British surrendered, ending the war for independence. Peace negotiations began in 1782, and on September 3rd, 1783, the Treaty of Paris officially recognized the United States. This is a video down here which explains more about Yorktown. Now, the Continental Congress's first attempt at a government was known as the Articles of Confederation. Under the Articles, only the Congress existed. There was no other executive branch, judicial branch. It was only a Congress that loosely binded the states but gave a lot of power to the states individually. This video from the History Channel explains the Articles in more detail, also explains their weaknesses and why the U.S. Constitution had to be formed. And finally, a new beginning. In 1787, the U.S. Constitution was established. 55 delegates from all states except Rhode Island met for several months in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to create the Constitution. This new government would have 3 branches as a system of checks and balances. And then finally, in 1789, the ratification of the Constitution took almost a year. Afterward, it was decided the new government would take effect on March 4th, 1789. George Washington was unanimously voted president and sworn in on April 30th, 1789. And that concludes my brief overview of the U.S. Revolution. Thank you for watching.